All right, guys, so we got Jason Sasaki in the bar tonight, all right? Jason, before we get started, what do you want to drink, man? Usually we have a bartender, but he's playing hooky tonight. I know you saw him in the first couple episodes, but for some reason, we decided not to get one for you.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't drink, so go ahead and give me a Red Bull.
Very well, Red Bull it is. Where did he hide all this? Oh, bam, there we go. All righty, there you go, sir. Give me just a second for myself. So how's Houston so far?
It's not too bad. It's not as humid as I was expecting it to be.
That's good. I mean, up there in Arkansas, y'all are just probably covered in mosquitoes and gnats all the time.
Yeah, just about. You know, rice capital of the world.
All right. So, Jason, you came all the way down here for a reason. Can you tell us about yourself, son?
Well, I'm basically just a 40-year-old washed-up welder trying to be relevant, but I'm trying to teach these students at Arkansas Elite Welding Academy something before I forget it all, you know?
I got you. So how long you been instructing there?
I've been instructing Arkansas Elite for 2 years, and before that I was running my own stuff for about 8 years.
Okay, right on. So before we hop into your past, can you tell me a little bit more like what your role is at Arkansas and stuff like that?
So at Arkansas Elite Welding Academy, I'm the Veteran Outreach and Support Coordinator and also an instructor there. One of them. We have 9 instructors there at the moment. I got
you. So how many students do y'all run in at that
time? So we try to keep our ratio no more than 9 students per 1 instructor. So right now we have more instructors than our ratio is probably 7 to 1 right now.
I got you. All right. So I mean, it sounds like the instructors there, I mean, they have a pretty manageable class size for each of them and stuff like that.
Of course, we don't overexert it. We want to make sure that each of our students are getting the quality one-on-one time that that it takes to learn how to weld.
I got you. So now, prior to that, you said you're old as hell. I mean, you said you're in your 40s. I mean, it must hurt to be that old. I got you.
Sometimes.
That sounds pretty rough. I'm halfway there myself. Okay, I'm not. I'm a hell of a lot younger than you are. So when you first got into the welding industry, the pipe industry, what were you doing? Why did you get into it? Like, was it the money? Was it the hunt? Well, I mean, what was going on?
Well, I just got out of the military. I was in the Army, and my field was chemical operations. So it really wasn't much for me to do in the civilian world, and so I wanted to find a job that'd be essential and something I wouldn't have to worry about trying to find work. And so I decided to go try welding school and struck an arc for the first time at welding school, and man, I loved it and been doing it ever since.
Just didn't look back after that point,
huh? At all, yeah.
So what was your first job coming straight out? What were you just?
Actually, I got real lucky. My first job was working for Fluor, power plant outside Quito, Oklahoma. It's new construction. So I got broke out kind of nice on a big boy job.
I got you. So I mean, just what made you, as a brand new welder into the field, be more desirable than the rest of the people going after that job, especially right after welding school?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. I think just because I sat there and I talked to the QC and I let them know that I was friendly, and I wasn't I wasn't scared. I've already been in the military, so I wasn't nervous about anything. I had the confidence that I needed, and I think that's a big part of why, besides I actually passed the weld test, but I'm sure he could have found a reason to bust me if he really was looking.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, anybody can find a reason for it.
Of course. But I was real friendly with him, and to be honest with you, I had some slag fall down on my glove, and he saw it, and I finished that weld out and threw my glove down at the end, and he's like, "Son, I hope you pass this test," because any other welder would have threw that down. And sure enough, I passed.
Okay, so being a man pays off sometimes, not being some out there crying about every little thing. There
right,
you go.
Right.
All right. So, and how long did you work at that job? Was that just a short-term job for you, just starting out, or what?
No, I finished. I almost did a year out there with them, and then after I finished that job, I went on another Fluor job at the convention center in Arkansas at Hot Springs, and that was very rude.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I should have paused that. It's probably my girlfriend. She's probably like, "Where are you? You better not be drinking and smoking cigars." So we'll see what happens there.
Cigars, man.
I know.
Light somewhere.
Turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Hang on. I think I lost the lighter.
You lost the lighter.
I don't. Well, wait. Nope. The lighter has been lost.
It is what it
is.
is.
Well.
Shouldn't be smoking anyway.
Oh, well, I mean, there's a welding machine out there. We can get creative if we need to here in a second. Oh, that's really sad though. But okay, so.
But yeah, I finished up with that power plant, and then I went over to the convention center in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and I ran a lot of the water lines out there. And then I really thought that I didn't like welding pipe, so I started ironworking, and I did that for a long time, a few years, and then I realized that I'm getting bored no matter what I do. So what I realized that I need to do was weld pipe and then weld structural and weld pipe and then weld structural and just keep changing it up because I don't want to get bored. So that's basically what I did, and I ended up moving into chasing derricks. I like doing that kind of work. I call 24 hours a day, just go, and just do whatever they needed to be done. You know, sometimes I'd have to fix a handrail, make a 1-inch weld, and hit them with my minimum and make some good money. And sometimes I'd sit out there a long time and put a weld head on or do a cut off, and so that was like my favorite part of welding was chasing derricks down.
I got you. Right on. So you were doing that for how long on this one?
For about 5 or 6 years, I chased derricks. Yeah.
All right, and then switching between pipe and structural. Which one do you like better between the two?
Honestly, I like welding structural more because it seems like I get to do a lot more. I get to climb the iron. I never minded getting put on bolt up or anything like that. I'm not going to get fired for putting on a bad weld. I sit there and make welders pay and sit there and climb iron. But at the same time, I like running TIG. I like running combo welds. I'd prefer to stick weld over anything, you know. But you know,
I got you. Now I heard that stick welding's a dying breed with the new generation of welders coming out. They seem to be favoring TIG a little bit, which is just crazy and blows my mind because whenever I got into this industry, it was the stick welders are down and dirty, but they're making the big bucks. What do you think about that one?
I think you're on point on that. I think what it is with this generation, they like the pretty TIG welds and stuff like that. And you know, welding with stick is hot and it's dirty and there's just a lot of smoke, and so I think it kind of deters them from that. It's not really. I guess this is a generational thing, like you said. I really don't know why. I love running 70-18.
Oh yeah.
Dippy rods.
Oh yeah, just getting slag boogers up in there. You can't breathe after about 3 hours underneath the hood, but it's, hey, it's money in the bank right there.
Yeah, and it keeps me looking this young.
Yeah. Now you have a bunch of hands-ons with the students. Do you think there's some redeeming factors of the newest generation coming at the guys that are ready to bust their knuckles and get down and dirty out there? Are there still some of those guys left?
100%.
Okay, thank God.
To be honest with you, the students that we have at our school really gave me a better feeling about the generations that are coming into the world, because I had assumed that they were getting weaker and their thoughts about the way things were in the world were changing, but we have some seriously good, hardworking young men and women in our school, and I just couldn't be more proud of them.
Awesome. I wanted to touch back to the Arkansas Elite Welding Academy there for a second. Now, whenever I've seen that most schools do, but I've seen some schools that don't. Do y'all have like a placement plan? Do y'all have team members at Arkansas that are ready to get these kids into workplace as long as they can carry their own into it, or do y'all help them out with that aspect?
So whenever they graduate our program, we do have our employment. So we, between all the instructors, we have over 175 years of field experience. So being that we have so much field experience, we know a lot of people still in the field.
And you carry a third of that time, don't you, old man?
Yeah, no, actually, Mr. Dennis Black is.
Oh, okay.
I think he has 40-something years.
Oh, all right.
And he's been all over the world, the Mediterranean. He's literally been all over the entire world welding, and he's like my inspiration.
Okay.
He's great. Yeah. But what was your question again? Because this Red Bull's got me.
I know,
up,
it makes you feel some type of way, doesn't it?
Yeah,
No. At Arkansas, student placement programs, like if you have someone who helps these guys find a job, because I know some schools, it's like, thanks for the $20,000, $30,000, see y'all later, hope you can do it yourself.
Not at all. So, but like I said, with all the instructors and the friends that we have in the industry, we reach out and they tell us when they got some jobs coming up, and we place 100% of our students. We don't place them. We assist them with their first job.
Oh, well, yeah.
We teach them how to write a resume. We teach them how to network. We get them the things that they need, the tools that they are going to need to actually continue to have jobs. It's easy to throw a kid a job, but knowing how to continue getting those jobs is what's important. That's one thing we do. We make sure that they are ready to network.
I got you. All right, so we built up. You work on those derrick heads, you were saying. What did you do after that? So now we're closing the gap from when you started instructing there some.
After that, I became a rig repair specialist in Central Arkansas, and basically I just go on call, anything from stainless pipe to fixing some heavy equipment, and I love doing repairs. It's a dying art, and as long as you can understand structural integrity, you know, and make good repairs, people always call you back. And the repair business is very lucrative because people are losing tens of thousands of dollars an hour. They want to pay to get that running. So call me and I'll get it fixed for you.
I gotcha. So working out there, which job closes you in to where you're at now?
So being a rig repair specialist, sometimes I need to hire some help. You know, I can't do it all on my own, although I like to. I was working for Ace On-Site Welding as a contractor, and sometimes we need some help, and then the people that would be around, they just couldn't read a tape measure, or I'm a certified welder. And be like, can you weld? Like, I'm certified. That doesn't mean you can weld. I mean, that's a participation award.
That's a nice AW Sense card that you have in your wallet right there.
And we really want to push that on to students and let them know that certifications are great for a morale boost. But every job you're going to go to, they're going to test you to that specific job that you've got to do. So certification really just is a participation award, and you know, I don't try to push it on the students, you know. Doing rig repair, and then I just realized that, you know, there's a lot of students that there's a lot of people out here who are claiming to be welders and they can't weld. And then so I went and taught at the University of Arkansas Pulaski Tech. I'd run my rig during the day and I teach at night, and because I love welding and I want to continue to be in this, and I know that my body's not going to handle it for another 20 years out there in the field. So
yeah, you may be dead in 20 years.
You're
old as hell.
Yeah, I know, man. That 7018 smoke is getting me.
God, not single gray. Is that Rogaine you use?
Actually, it's finger paints for my daughter.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I mean, gets rid of them real well.
Yeah, it does. So I taught at the University of Arkansas Pulaski Tech as an adjunct, and I was at an AWS meeting. I got a phone call from AWS saying, hey, we're having a lunch at a barbecue place in Little Rock, and I just happened to be doing a job down the road from it, so I thought I'll go get a free lunch. And I went over there and I met Josh Waymack. He's the vice president of Arkansas Elite Welding Academy, and when he saw me, he looked at me, he said, hey, you're a real welder. And I was like, yeah, no shit, are you a real welder? And he's like, yeah, man. And so we talked, and I told him, you know, what I was looking to do, and he asked if I'd ever leave, and we talked for a little bit, and then we kind of lost touch, and then I sent him an email, and he saw what my email address was, Flint to find, and he said, he sent me a picture, and it had a fallen deer rack in the ground, but I didn't see there's an arrowhead down there, and he's an artifact, you know, hunter, just like me.
Like a relic hunter, basically.
Yeah, see, I am too. I love finding flint, so that's why I'm Flint to find with my email address, and so I really think that the email address is what got me the job.
Got you the job. All right, so you're telling me the keys to be successful in this industry are going to be don't be a bitch. And have a good email address.
That's correct.
All right, hey.
And never change your phone number.
Right, you can never change the phone number no matter what. I got you. Simple thing. Someone needs you from a couple of years ago.
That's right.
They got it.
That's the biggest networking tip I can give y'all is do not change your number.
I got you. All right, so one of the last couple of things I want to ask you. Overall, big bland question. I mean, it's so out there you can say anything you want to it. What made you want to become a welder or weld instructor?
All right. So what made me want to be a welding instructor is I spent 14 years of my life drinking and doing all the things that I'm not supposed to do. I'm talking about, and I did it to the fullest. And the hardest thing about it was being that I was a welder and I was making those $3,000, $4,000 a week checks, I was able to fuel my addiction. And at the same time, I avoided doing grown-up stuff like paying taxes and doing all the things that is required as an adult. And so it's really on my heart to make sure that if I can be at this school or anywhere and try to promote living a sober life and just doing the next right thing, that's why I like instructing. I try to mentor my students not only just how to weld, but how to be a good person, and how to live a fulfilled life.
I got you, man.
It's that Asian stuff.
Seriously.
Yeah.
No, I feel like an asshole right now inviting you to a fucking bar of all places. Look at me. I'm going to finish this beer. I'm not going to feel bad about the entire situation there.
Some people can handle it. I'm not upset when people drink. Some people can handle it and be functional. I'm just the type of person that can't. And I know that, so I'm good with it.
Right on. Well, that was a pretty deep question, I feel like, that I asked you there on that one. Wasn't expecting that response. I appreciate the honesty. It's great, man. I mean, I like to hear live stories. So I'll end on just another basic bland one. What's your favorite welding position?
To be honest with you, I like the 2G weld. I like the
Okay.
horizontal. It kind of matches my my eye structure. Huh? I like it.
Yeah,
Makes it easier.
The letterbox view.
I got the
you. You can
panoramic,
see-
you know. So yeah, I like the 2G welds.
All right.
I like the freehand, you know. So it's kind of where I'm at.
I gotcha. Well, listen, Jason, I think we'll leave it on that comment right there. I greatly appreciate you coming down here and having a Red Bull with me while I be a raging alcoholic and have that beer. Until next time, brother, I really appreciate it.
All right, Battle. You have a good one.
Thanks, man.